Hello, this is John, and welcome to episode 1 of Old Guy Career Change. I live in Seattle, and I have been a software engineer for years, for decades actually, and before that I was a hardware engineer. So recently I was working for a fintech company. It was a startup, or it is a startup, and I was working there from 2022 until January of this year. And in January of this year, they laid off about 20% of their employee base, and I was swept up in that. And so it's a change that was thrust upon me without warning. And so when this happens, you have to deal with it. And that's what I've been doing. At the same time, I'm in a funny kind of position, which is the sort of thrust of this channel, which is I am, at or near a traditional retirement age. I'm 66. And so questions have come up. Do I retire? Do I not retire? What does retirement mean? Do I want to work full-time again, part-time? What do I want to do? And in fact, currently right now, I have 3 paths going forward. Full-time employment, I've got a contracting company, and I'm looking at other options. So I'm really at a nexus of change with my career. What do I want? What would make me happiest? What do I need to do? Because there are some pragmatic aspects of, being able to pay the mortgage on time. Evaluating retirement savings, evaluating how quickly we want to draw them down, if we want to draw them down. And so all that is happening suddenly without warning. I've been doing some things that I ought to talk to you about, I guess, let you know right now. I've been recommended some books that I've been using. One is a really good friend of mine recommended Transitions, Making Sense of Life's Changes by William Bridges with Susan Bridges. And let's get a shot of it. There we are. Great book, easy reading. It's the kind of book that you read and you pick things out of, and it kind of washes over you and it makes you think. Normally, we process the next thing before we get rid of the current thing. We have the new job lined up before we put in our notice for the current job. We don't sell our current house until we have the next house. This is common and it's pragmatic because you don't want to get rid of what you have before you have the replacement. But in the case of career change and personal change and transitioning to a new phase in your life, I've become convinced that the book is right, that you need to let go of what you currently have, be in a period, what it calls a gray area, where you're not sure what to do and you're evaluating things before something coalesces in your mind and you say, yeah, now I know the thing I want to go to. The next book I'm using is a standard for life changers, What Color is Your Parachute? Your Guide to a Lifetime of Meaningful Work and Career Success by Richard Bowles, B-O-L-L-E-S. This book, let me get a shot of it, has been around for years, and it's a great book, and it's updated every couple of years. One difference is the Transitions book that I showed you before, to me, is more about reading and thinking. What Color is Your Parachute has actual exercises where you fill things out and you make lists of, things that you like and don't like and that sort of thing. So some thought, but also some exercises. So these are the initial resources that I'm using. And I guess the key points I want to make in this very, very, very first video, there's a few of them. First of all, I'm new to video logging. I've never done this before. I'm holding up my iPhone 15 Pro with my arm, with my hand, and I hope the video stabilization does a good job. Change is constant, and you have to embrace it. Marines have a number of good sayings. One in particular that resonates with me is 3 words: improvise, adapt, overcome. You've got to take time. I'm going through 5 months of being unemployed, and I'm blessed to be able to have the resources to do that, and not everyone does. And when change comes, it will inevitably come into everyone's lives. You have to embrace it and let it lead you to a better place, a more enjoyable job, a better situation. It can be scary. It is kind of scary for me at the moment. but I'm dealing with it. And what I hope that this channel will do is maybe in a little way, in a small way, help others deal with it too. If you are contemplating change, it has been forced upon you in your career, and you're of a certain age, then hopefully this will be a little bit of a help to you. The last thing I'll say is something that I've discovered in the past 5 months is you have more resources than you think. I've been blessed with great friends. I've been blessed with a supportive spouse. I've been blessed with, financial resources that, we can't go hog wild, but we're okay. I'm not worried about making the rent or, being able to buy food or anything like that. Actually, our lives haven't really changed at all materially. In fact, one of the complications in the spirit of when it rains, it pours is that we have a house remodel going on. We're remodeling our kitchen and our primary bathroom down to the studs. And we're moving a couple of walls and we're replacing everything, and we're living out of our TV room right now. We've been doing that for 4 months. And so we're doing that while I'm unemployed and I'm trying to figure out, well, what's the best path forward for me? So there's a lot of change in our lives. My future video logs will be run a little bit better than this. I have a selfie stick on order and a tripod on order, and I'll work on my lighting and I'll get a better mic and all that. I expect that my future journey here in this channel will not be linear. I think it's going to be a spiral. I will have setbacks, I will have moments of doubt, and I promise to share them the best way I can, as best as I can, so that you all can benefit from it. I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and I guess I'm supposed to say, please click the subscribe button, so be sure to do that. Take care.